Hello, everyone, and welcome to Centennial High School for CTN's coverage of the Section 7 4A girls basketball quarterfinals as the number 1 seeded Centennial Cougars host the number 8 seed Coon Rapids Cardinals. Joe Young, Howie Shapiro courtside for a game that is really a David versus Goliath. In the two meetings this season, Centennial winning in running time both matchups.
Yeah, the Cards come in at 1-25, Centennial at 16-10, and in talking to Coach Bierman, this is a season that really has been a growing process for this squad, and they're in a place, as you said, they have nothing to lose and everything to gain in this game. Centennial, on the other hand, they know that they've beaten the Cardinals twice and handily, as you mentioned. So their mission is just don't look past the team.
Well, and for Coon Rapids, it's been a rebuilding year. They knew that from day one. What they didn't expect was one of the true leaders to emerge from this season would be from the youngest grade levels in Caitlin Green, just a freshman.
Yeah, Caitlin's playing really well. She's averaging about 8 points a game and 5 rebounds. And she is the youth, and she's the future of this program. Certainly you could talk about, Kaylee Bierman and Casey Beck. Obviously, they're just juniors. But she has the opportunity to see if she can take this game over, not only score, but distribute the basketball.
Well, and defense is a big key for this club as well. Giving up just over 75 points per game. They've given up big numbers to Centennial's top players both times. Marissa Frost, their leader, has had their way against the Cardinals in both games.
Yeah, she averages 15 points and almost 4 rebounds a game, but she had 19 in the first matchup, 14 in the second matchup. So she has the opportunity, obviously, to take over this game for the Cougars. And you talked about defense, Joe. The Cardinals defensively know they got to get a hand in her face, and they have to limit her scoring here tonight because she is the undisputed team leader of this squad.
Well, the Cougars are the number 1 seed, but this is a section where 4, 5, maybe even 6 teams are pretty well bottled up. The Cardinals trying to put on a glass slipper because it's win or go home. The section tournament starts next on CTN. All right, Howie, take a look. Our opponents are on this side, and the Cardinals are over here. Where's the line of scrimmage?
Right here.
Good. So obviously the Cards want to get the ball downfield anywhere over here, and the other guys are pushing back this way over here. So one strategy would take...
Hey, Joe!
What?
Tic-tac-toe, I win!
Back at Centennial High School, just about ready to get the postseason underway. The number 8 seeded Cardinals against the top seeded Centennial Cougars. And just looking at the QRF rankings earlier today and the numbers between number 1 Centennial and all the way down to 4 and 5, which would be Cambridge, Isani, and Andover. There's not a very big difference. So really, in a 16-10 record means the Cougars can be beaten. So really, could be anybody's tournament, and why not the Cardinals?
Why not is right. The glass slipper fits any foot. So, I think that what the Cardinals want to do, and Coach Bierman talked about, is they just want to keep this game close. And they obviously want to play good defensively, but they want to get their guards going in Bierman and Green. And I think that if both of them can play well and defend well and then be able to execute on offense, they have an opportunity.
Well, and the closer they can stay with the Cougars, the longer they can stay close with the Cougars, the more the Cougars may get rattled.
Yep. Well, and Coach Sobolik, he talked about just stay focused on their game. They know they've beaten this club handily 2 times. And just go out tonight and say, just play the way you know how to play, work on a solid offensive game, and just follow the game plan.
Tengwall is in the circle, but won't even attempt to jump against Autumn McCall. You can see the height that McCall brings at 6'1". She had 14 rebounds against the Cardinals in their first matchup. Three-pointer on the way and good for Marissa Frost to open the scoring.
We talked about Marissa Frost. She is their team leader, no question about that. And she hits the first three of the game.
Kaylee Bierman right side up top for Alex Schmidt. Only a couple of seniors on the roster for the Cardinals. Schmidt getting the most playing time of any senior. Three-pointer for Beck, looking to answer, won't go. Schmidt got a piece of the rebound, but deflects to the Cougars. They take it on the run. Frost ducks into the paint, throws that one up and scores as well.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Casey Beck's going to be important here tonight because she can do it all for the Cardinals. She can score from outside, but she's also a presence underneath. And I think against this team, they're going to need her size underneath.
Bierman looked at the three, puts it on the floor instead. Tengwall will take the three. This is off the mark. Beck had pretty good position, but out jumped by McCall and forced to foul as they go to the floor underneath.
Yeah, Alda McCall is a good player. She's just a sophomore, but she averages a little over 8 points a game and almost 10 boards a game for the Cougars.
Frost into the front court. Right side for Anderson. Frost, an open look from the right corner. This one won't fall. The rebound easily handled, handed back for Littlefield to hit the jumper.
Yeah, just smart offense. They get that rebound, just a quick little dish to Littlefield, and she's able to hit that soft jumper. 7-0 lead for Centennial.
Bierman can't get it to go down low. Tharp with the rebound, and again, the Cougars on the run. Littlefield dishes it right side into the paint for the jump shot is McCall. That's not going to bounce home. Follow wouldn't go for KJ Tharp. Bierman back the other way for the Cardinals. Straight to the hole, draws contact. Will get to the line to shoot two. Foul's going to go against Autumn McCall.
You know, we talked about, we kind of labored a little bit on who to ISO here tonight, and Kaylee Bierman certainly could have been one of those the one that we talked about. She is important for the Cardinals because, you know, she's going to play good, solid defense, but she's able to move the ball inside off the dribble, and I think that's going to be important tonight as well.
Bierman short on the first. Sophia Smith, another senior for the Cardinals, checks in along with Persia Glenn.
Now it's good to see Persia Glenn back in the lineup. I know she missed a little bit of time.
Bierman misses them both. No Cardinals to contest. Easy rebound, and here comes Marissa Frost. Left side, Anderson. Back on the right for Littlefield. Into the paint. Cougars remain patient. Littlefield blocked by Glenn. Rebound tied up. No, the foul is going to be called against Coon Rapids.
Persia Glenn's going to be called for the foul, but I like the aggressiveness on defense by the Cardinals there, and just, you know, try and make sure they don't get an opportunity for an additional look.
Inbound comes up top to Frost. Waiting for a screen, gets the open look. Three-pointer is short. Glenn able to control the rebound and get it off to Green before she fell down. Tried to go over the top to Sophia Smith. It was knocked away a bit and lost out of bounds off of Smith, so Centennial will get the turnover.
Well, again, you know, the situation there for the Cardinals, I like the thought by Green. I like the pass. It just couldn't handle the basketball.
Defender got a little piece of it. Early timeout for the Cardinals, down 7-0.
Well, I think, you know, they want to kind of take a breather and take a step back before it gets this lead gets bigger.
Marissa Frost and Autumn McCall come across midcourt. Littlefield on the left side now. McCall back to Littlefield for three. That one's off the mark. Smith has the rebound for Coon Rapids.
This is where the Cardinals have to make hay off misses.
Bierman stops up, pressure, gets it right side for Casey Beck. Went back for Bierman, who was headed up court, and a miscommunication is going to cost the Cardinals another turnover.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate turnover for the Cardinals. Again, coming off that timeout.
Frost works it left side for Littlefield, gets it right back, working against Glenn. Up top, McCall will drive to the paint, left-handed jump shot, good. 9-0.
Yeah, again, the size of McCall, she's able to dominate underneath the basket. You know, she's listed on the roster at 6'1".
She may have grown since they measured at the beginning of the season. Bierman loses the handle, and it'll be a Centennial ball, another Coon Rapids turnover.
You know, I know Coach Bierman and I talked, and he said, you know, turnovers are going to be important, quite obviously. And we've got to limit the ones that we commit.
McCall in the post, kicks it back out. Anderson finds room for a baseline jumper. That won't go. Rebound and put back good for Jordan Metz.
Yeah, nice active underneath the basket by Metz, able to get that rebound.
Glenn can't score underneath. McCall has the rebound. Centennial right back to the offensive end. McCall for three. That's hard off the back iron. Rebound by Emma Walsh. Cross court, three-point look for Walsh. That won't go. Rebound underneath for McCall. And then she is fouled. And she will go to the line to shoot two.
Cougars do a really nice job of moving the ball around the perimeter. Their passing game is, you know, it's important because you get that open look, especially for a player like Marissa Frost.
Bierman picking up her first, third on the Cardinals.
It's the first of two. Casey Beck back on for the Cardinals.
Beck checking back in for the Cardinals. Bierman will have a breather. McCall hits them both, makes it a 13-0 lead.
The Cardinals right now early on just can't get their offense moving.
Well, I haven't had really many shot attempts even.
Well, they've turned the ball over a few times.
And when they have had shots, it's been pretty much one and done. Beck's over the top. And Katie Anderson has the rebound. Metz gets it back to Littlefield left side. Littlefield for three in the corner. That won't go. Schmidt able to win the battle underneath and get the rebound for Coon Rapids.
Yeah, and the Cougars' shooting percentage isn't great here tonight. If they hit
Back had it stripped away. She's slow to get up. Littlefield quickly to the other end and scores.
Nice little move by Littlefield to create some space for herself.
Sophia Smith for three. That rolls off the top. McCall has the rebound. Quickly down court for Anderson. Back up top. Three-pointer for Littlefield is short. Anderson couldn't grab the rebound, but it's tracked down by Littlefield, and they reset up top. McCall nearly stripped, able to recover. Round left side for Metz. Pass hit a foot, scooped up by Anderson. Metz will try for three on the right side. That won't go. Rebound underneath by McCall. Defended well and out of bounds, but it'll stay with Centennial.
Yeah, Adam McCall is really nice, does a nice job underneath the basket.
And just a sophomore.
Yeah, exactly.
Good passing. They find Littlefield open in the left corner. That shot will go over the top. Rebounded by Flynn. Sophia Smith for three at the other end. That shot won't go. Green had the rebound, and she takes the foul, bumped by Walsh from behind.
Green with just being aggressive against the taller player, and she's able to make something happen and keep the basketball for her squad with that foul. That's her first foul and the team's second for Centennial.
Into the post, back against three Centennial bodies. The shot over the top, the rebound by Walsh. McCall kicks it out. Littlefield can't control. Metz gets it back to her in the corner, working against Smith. Back up. Steal by Green. She's all alone at the other end, and the Cardinals are on the board.
Yeah, just a great first step in the front of the pass. And Green takes it to the hoop. First points for the Cardinals.
McCall battling in the paint, scores again.
McCall has 6 so far on the night.
$15-point lead for Centennial. And we haven't seen the Cardinals really settle into an offensive possession, really.
No. Well, I'll give credit to the defense from Centennial. They're doing a good job of just keeping them out of rhythm.
Pressuring the ball well, forcing a lot of those turnovers, and Beck all tied up as she went up for that shot. And it'll be Cardinal ball on the possession arrow.
Kaylin Green with a phenomenal defensive play. She's able to step in front of the pass and take it to the hoop for the first points of the game for Coon Rapids.
Maddie Skalecki is on for Centennial.
Beck lost it as she turned, scrambled for it. Ashley Flynn was all alone underneath and took her eye off the ball. Littlefield at the other end. Fades away, can't get it to fall. Green running for the Cardinals. Kaylee Bierman back in. She attacks on the left side, back up top. Pass inside, taken away by Maddie Skalicki. Skalicki left side for Frost, kicks it back to Skalicki on the baseline. She'll put it on the floor. Frost in the corner for three. Rattled in, back out, and then right back down.
It's called the home advantage roll. 20-2 in favor of the Cougars.
Good pick set. Bierman is bumped. Foul's going to go against Macy Littlefield.
Macy Littlefield, her first, team's third.
That's Littlefield's first and the third on the Cougars.
Green working against Frost. Frost able to tie it up. And that'll win possession back for the Cougars.
Gets a jump ball. Aaliyah Graham will be checking in for the Cardinals. Cardinals.
Cardinals are going to call another timeout.
Just over midway through this first half, it's been all Centennial. Coon Rapids win almost 7 minutes before scoring a basket. Their lone basket off a steal from Kaylin Green. Able to jump a passing lane and go in on a breakaway, but Marissa Frost, as advertised, 8 points already. Talked about McCall as well. She's been impressive both on the boards as well as scoring.
Yes, she has. Well, you know, the Cardinals trying to figure some things out. They took that first time out when it was 7-0. Now their second time out is 20-2. And you touched on it. They're just getting no rhythm in their offense, not able to get anything going and get into any kind of a pattern. So, Coach Bierman, let's talk about things. Let's see what we can do to make some adjustments and see if we can put some points on the board.
KJ Tharp misses the left-handed hook inside. Beck rebounds and runs the floor. Tipped away and stolen by Aspen Gray. Frost will move into the paint. Drop the soft little floater. Push the lead to 20.
Yeah, and she has 10. We talked about her average is 15, but she had 19 in the first matchup and 14 in the second against the Cardinals.
Miscommunication, the steal by Tharp. Tharp on the run, draws the foul from Flynn, and will go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, Tharp got a little in too close inside. She was not able to get her bucket, but she will try to earn those points, as you mentioned, from the strike. That'd be Flynn's first, team fourth.
Tharp had 10 points against the Cardinals in their first meeting. Maya Tengwall into the game for Coon Rapids along with Chloe Porish. Bierman blocked by Frost, tiptoeing on that back line, now trying to escape some danger and does. Pushes it forward. Cross court for Skalicki, back up top. Gray swings it to Frost, and now in the corner is Littlefield. Littlefield thought about this shot, will drive for the baseline instead. Reverse won't go. Rebound tipped around, ends up out of bounds off of Beck.
Yeah, Beck wasn't able to control that one, going off her fingers, keeping possession of Centennial. But Marissa Frost just isn't a scorer. She's a really good defensive player as well, as you saw in that last time down court.
Littlefield will try to reverse the other direction, but stepped on the line and turned it over to the Cardinals. Strip for Frost. Took it right away from Leah Graham. Three-pointer for Frost won't go. Tharp the rebound. That shot won't go. Rebound out of bounds to the Cardinals. Again, touched by Aspen Gray.
Centennial doing just a really good job of second and third opportunities. Again, their shooting percentages, I'm sure not what Coach Sobolik wants to see, but nonetheless, they have a 21-point lead, so I'm sure he's very happy about that situation.
Pull-up jumper for Bierman is good.
Well, that's what Kaylee needs to do. I mean, you know, she needs to score points, and she is definitely a scorer.
Cougars work the perimeter. Left corner is Kate Lee. Driving is McCall. That shot defended and ends up out of bounds. So Cougars will reset on offense.
Persia Glenn comes back in for Coon Rapids.
Open look for Walsh. Shot won't go. Rebound bounced around. Metz got it back. McCall driving on the baseline. That one will rattle around and down.
McCall with a nice move. She just step to the inside, able to create space. It's 25-4 in favor of the Cougars.
Glenn underneath, can't get it to go. Rebound by Walsh.
Walsh gets the rebound.
Pull up for Anderson won't go. Glenn has the rebound for Coon Rapids.
Anderson looked like she might have taken the three and got a little timid there on that short jumper.
Foul number 10, Katie Anderson, your first, team's fourth.
Katie Anderson called for a reach in.
Caitlin Green back on the court for the Cardinals.
Three-pointer for Bierman. That comes up short. The rebound by Metz. Up court and will be Coon Rapids ball. And Kate Lee had trouble holding the pass, and then Tangwall pressured, and I think it would have been lost out of bounds had Tangwall not gotten involved. It would have clearly been the Cardinals' ball, but that made it a little more interesting, and Cardinals come up with the ball nonetheless. Persia Glenn in the post, turns and faces up against Metz. Shot won't fall. Rebound tipped out of bounds. Centennial.
Yep, Glenn tried to get a hand on the ball, but just couldn't bring it in.
Good passing. McCall misses the short jumper in the lane. Battles, gets the rebound back. That won't go. Glenn comes down with it. And Green is on the run for the Cardinals. Alex Schmidt will get the foul on Metz and go to the line to shoot two.
Again, a nice dish down court by Green. Able to get it to Schmidt. She'll try and earn those from the stripe.
Alex Schmidt at the line for the drive.
Schmidt misses them both. Battle for the ball. Ends up out of bounds. Last touch by Centennial.
Oh, Cardinals will take that one.
I just love how the
wanted
two
it.
girls, the two girls were battling for it. Both went down. And then like four girls came and ran up and stopped, and everybody watched it because no one knew except for the man in gray and black. He made the call. Schmidt blocked in the lane. McCall going the other way. Jump shot won't go for Walsh. Glenn with another rebound for the Cardinals. Green stops up into the lane. Left-handed shot won't go. Rebound tip to Bierman for three. It's good.
It was a big shot for Bierman. She leads all scorers for the Cardinals with 5. 5 of the 7 Coon Rapids points.
Metz thought about the three, steps in instead. The shot is short. Glenn has the rebound. Green trying to force it up court. Gets it to Schmidt. Tangwall was blocked by Anderson. And Anderson running to the other end for the Cougars. Metz, lot of room, takes the three and hits it.
Yeah, they've had a lot of open looks from outside the arc, but they haven't been able to hit as many as they've attempted, obviously. That was a big one there.
That's third three-pointer of the game for Centennial. First for one not named Marissa Frost.
So Metz picks up her second, team 6th.
Cougars like to make near wholesale changes on the floor.
And Sophia Smith back on for the Cardinals.
Cardinals moving in a lot of players at regular intervals as well. Caitlin Green working against Frost all the way around to the right side, pulls up, shot is good.
And again, just working around the defense, taking a step back to the inside, and then you open up that space. And Green made sure she hit it.
Pass is too tall for Gray, and the Cougars turn it over.
Well, with 3:50 left in this first half, Grand Rapids trying to make a little offensive run here. Can we talk about it? You get the opportunity for the turnover. You've got to take advantage of it. Coming down the court to score.
Kaylee Bierman, watched by Maddie Skalicki, working to the lane. The pass blocked, taken away by KJ Tharp, who just flipped it to Skalicki. Numbers down court. Little give and go in the finish by Aspen Gray.
Yeah, it was beautiful give and go because the only one down there was Green to defend, and once Green committed to a player, just to give back underneath for the open look.
Reach in is going to be called against Macy Littlefield.
Foul number 11, Macy Littlefield, your second, team 7.
And just good offense to give back and forth for the Cougars to get that bucket for the 30-9 lead.
You might even be able to hit the shot from there.
I might without pulling my hamstring.
Casey Beck at the free throw line. 1-1, missed the front end. The rebound by Gray and Centennial. With a 21-point lead and the ball a little less than 3 minutes left in this first half. Open look for Frost from the corner. That one misses off the rim. Jakaya Palmer with the rebound. Her first action in this section game. Back in the post, tied up by Gray. And that'll be Centennial ball.
Yeah, Gray did a nice job of just making sure she held on to that basketball and forcing that tie-up.
Backdoor, Gray scores with the left hand.
Yeah, nice job finding Gray underneath on the far side. She's in close, able to get the layup. 4 points for her, 32-9 in favor of the Cougars.
Green is blocked. And the Cardinals get another opportunity. Frost going to be called for the bump.
That'll be her first, team 8th.
It'll be a 1-and-1 opportunity for Kaylin Green.
One opportunity for Kaylin Green. Kaylin Green has the bonus.
Hits the first, earns the second. Interesting, they had Beck and Schmidt in the lane for the first, and then put Sophia Smith and Jakaya Palmer in there for the second. But it didn't matter. Kaylin Green hit them both.
Number 13, Jakaya Palmer.
Palmer picks up a foul there, her first, team 5th.
Littlefield steps up, now turns, wants to pass in a double team, fights through, and she travels.
David Bierman comes back on for the Cardinals.
.90 seconds left in this first half. That pass deflected, but gets through to Beck. Battles down low and scores off the board.
So that's one of the elements Casey Beck brings, is she's able to muscle her way underneath for that basket. First points of the game for her.
Open look for Littlefield, and she hits the jumper.
Yeah, that's a relatively easy shot. Again, just moving that ball far side. And that short little jumper by Littlefield.
Bierman runs into a wall named KJ Tharp. Threw it up, and Centennial back the other way. Three-pointer for Littlefield. That won't go. Gray can't control the rebound, but they ripped it back, got it to Littlefield. Her jump shot won't go. Tharp juggling for the rebound, able to control. Get it back out. Gray for three. In and out. Rebound by Bierman.
Unfortunately for the Cardinals, no harm, no foul, but they gave them way too many opportunities on that possession.
Bierman lost the handle, but right to Beck. Final 10 seconds of the first half. Bierman is going to be called for the offensive as she bowled over Maddie Skalicki.
Ball number 40, offensive foul on Taylor Bierman, your second, team 6.
Frost into the front court, right down the lane, leaves it off for Tharp. She scores with 2 seconds left. The buzzer will sound, and the Centennial Cougars, the top seed in this section tournament, are going to the locker room up by 23. It's 36-13. We'll be back with more of this section tournament action on CTN after this. Back at Centennial High School, home to the quarterfinal round of the Section 7 4A tournament. The Centennial Cougars, the #1 seed, have earned the right to have a game on their home court.
They have.
And they have made themselves feel right at home here in the first half. Marissa Frost, their leading scorer, scored the first 5 points of the game. Centennial scored the first 15 of the game. Coon Rapids scoreless until almost 7 minutes into the game. A steal by Kaylin Green. She scores on the breakaway. But Centennial just way in front from the very get-go. Pushed that lead over 20 points and pretty much right where they are right now with 23-point advantage at the half.
Yeah, they were really too much for the Cardinals here in this first half. And, you know, coming back into this game for Coon Rapids, I mean, they're going to have to continue to try and get that offense moving. You talked about it. They didn't score their first points until the 7-minute mark of that first half. And really just 13 points here. I know Coach Bierman would like to see a little more offensive production and see what they can do about continuing to try and play some good defense.
Well, 18 more minutes of playoff basketball on the other side of this break. You're watching 7 4A quarterfinals on CTN.
As you know, CTN's on YouTube, and we're on in a big way. We have thousands of videos online to help you stay connected to Coon Rapids on any device, at home, or on the go. And it's because of your faithful viewership that we can celebrate 10,000 subscribers to the CTN YouTube page. Thank you for your support as we continue to keep you connected.
Back at Centennial High School, just about ready to get the second half underway. Top seeded Cougars leading the 8th seed Coon Rapids Cardinals by a 36-13 score. Cardinals start with the ball, get it down low. Schmidt couldn't get the shot to go, but gets the follow in, and the Cardinals score the first points of the second half.
Yeah, and I think that's exactly what they wanted to do, Joe, score that first bucket. And then play some solid defense, see if they can turn the ball over.
McCall in the post, turns to her right. That shot rolls off the top. Schmidt had it ripped away by Anderson. McCall comes up with the loose ball. Up top, Metz around for a three-pointer. That won't fall for Kate Lee. Rebound tied up between McCall and Green. Possession arrow favoring the Cougars.
Yeah, a little height differential there. But Green's tough. She's going to go after those loose basketballs.
Persia Glenn checking in for the Cards. Walsh for three, that's short. Rebounded by Lee. Metz back into the corner for Walsh. Working against Green, finds some room. Jump shot is short. Had her own rebound, bumped off it. Rebound tied up on the floor between Metz, Beck, and Glenn.
Well, good job by the Cardinals getting possession. And again, they're in a hole, but you've got to get those stops, and then you've got to come down. As I talked about in the first half, you've got to be able to score.
Bierman, long three-pointer from the top of the key. Off the mark, the rebound by Walsh. Metz will get it back to her as they cross the timeline. Three-pointer for McCall, that rattles out. Rebound tipped and then saved along the baseline by Anderson. McCall gets the foul and will go to the line and shoot two.
Yeah, McCall just, again, using her size, being aggressive, and working her way inside.
Schmidt going to be called for the foul, her first.
Adam McCall on the line for another.
Glenn and Sophia Smith check back in. There's a lot of shuffling in the lineup very early for Coon Rapids. McCall able to hit the second one. Keelan Green, right side for Smith. Anderson out to defend. Beck crossing over, working against McCall, takes her to the lane. McCall got the block. Coming up with it is Kate Lee, and she'll bring it to the other end. Metz in the paint, blocked by Glenn, but got a piece of her, and Metz will go to the line and shoot two.
Yeah, Metz did a nice job of working inside, and she did get an opportunity to get her shot off, but you see a block there by McCall.
Paid the price a bit.
Yes, she did.
But she's been impressive in this contest so far in every aspect of the contest, and then you look at her and think just a sophomore. She's got that much growth and experience to gain. Metz misses them both. McCall got it right back for the Cougars, though. Lee hands it off. Walsh will give it back. McCall from 15 feet. A rainbow arc to the bottom of the net.
And again, she had time to kind of plan her shot out. Didn't get much resistance defensively.
Glenn in the post, able to reverse and home.
Nice job by Glenn to get underneath, and the reverse was pretty for her first points of the game.
Long two-pointer for McCall, rolls off the top of the rim. Cougars work it back up top. Winner goes on to the semifinals, being hosted at North Branch this season. Three-pointer is good for Metz.
Yeah, and again, just working the ball around the perimeter and finding that shooter with the open look. And the Cougars did it in the first half. They're continuing to try and do it here in the second half.
A strip by Metz. It's a 3-on-none breakaway. Metz missed short. McCall cleans it up.
She has 13 points on the night.
Bierman trying to get between a couple of defenders. They got a piece of the ball. Forced the turnover. McCall all alone. She's not going to miss from there.
I don't know if Bierman took a little bit of a shot to the face. It was a little slow to get back, but seems to be okay.
Right corner, Casey Beck. Long two, won't go. Good position underneath for Lee to get the rebound. Walsh ahead to McCall. Back to Walsh on the run. Spins to her left and gets it to roll home. 31-point lead. Beck wants three from the left side, calls the bank, makes a deposit. And a timeout for the Cardinals.
Hey, you know, Joe, we have a very special shout out. The dynamic duo, the managers for this girls basketball team, Salam Ishadu and Amelia Eric. And we get a chance to talk to them a little bit before the game, but they do a lot of hard work. They're the glue. They are the glue of this squad, and they do whatever they can to make sure the players are ready and whatever they need. So, Salam and Amelia, congratulations. You made it on CTN.
Well, that's a big three-pointer for the Cardinals. It ends a little spurt there by Centennial.
Yep.
That has really pushed their lead, and a couple of fast breaks that have been 2 and 3 Centennial players behind all Coon Rapids defenders.
Yeah.
That's
Well, I talked about it. We talked about it at the break. You know, defensively, they do a better job of clamping down. But it is a tough team because they've got a number of young ladies that can score, and they do a really nice job as moving the ball around the perimeter and finding that that player with the open look.
Cougars again, very patient, good movement. Three-point look for Frost, that won't go. Rebound by Gray, and now Frost driving in, that won't fall either. Schmidt has the rebound for the Cardinals. Skalicki gets the steal right back. Pass into Tharp was bobbled a bit, but they clean it up, and Gray has a three-pointer from the right wing.
Yeah, again, after the turnover and just finding that shooter from the perimeter.
Green into the post, back, looks to Schmidt, back door, she hits the short jumper.
Alex Schmidt scoring.
Frost to Skalicki, left side into the post. Tharp turns into 3 Cardinals. Pass didn't have enough on it. Frost tried to drive. Littlefield's three-pointer off the mark. Tharp somehow got through all that traffic, got the ball back to Skalicki. Sophia Smith able to steal it back for the Cardinals. Green waiting for some traffic to clear. Some of it in the same color jersey.
Yeah.
Skalicki with a steal. Frost does not finish at the other end.
That was a nice give as well, but Frost just couldn't get it to fall.
Caitlin Kowalski on for the Cardinals, another freshman getting some varsity time in a section game. Gray leading with numbers. Littlefield finishes with the left hand.
That time they made sure they finished on that opportunity. 53-22 in favor of Centennial.
Kowalski back up top for Schmidt. And now Caitlin Green working left side, pulls up, shot won't fall. Good rebound by Beck, but the pass taken away by Skalicki. She's got 3 steals in the last 2.5 minutes. Three-pointer for Frost, nothing but net.
Yeah, again, when you give Marissa Frost that kind of look, 9 times out of 10 she's going to drop it. She has 13.
Well, I was going to say she struggled a little bit in this contest. She's had a lot of those looks and not been able to drop them, but her team really hasn't suffered from that.
And she had 10 points in the first half. It was pretty solid for half of basketball.
Littlefield short jumper on the baseline, won't fall. Rebound tipped around, controlled by Tharp. Skalicki for 3. That's hard off the back iron. Frost tipped it to Skalicki. That pass deflected, still loose. Frost able to come up with the loose ball, kicks it out for Skalicki. A 3-pointer is good.
Maddie Skalicki with a 3-pointer.
Again, just working the ball around the perimeter. I mean, that's how I know Sobolik draws it up.
That pass didn't quite click. Cardinals turn it over.
Haley Bierman back on the court for the Cardinals.
Ashley Flynn and Kaylee Bierman back into the game for the Cardinals, as is Jakaya Palmer. Palmer will extend on defense as Frost comes up court. Right side, Skalicki thought about the 3, then passes to the corner. Littlefield had some trouble with it. Saved it, but right through the wickets on Gray. Back up court for Bierman. Bierman spins to her left. Tharp rips it out of her hands. And the Cougars are on the run back the other way. Gray into the corner. Frost has all day. This time it won't fall. Rebound controlled by Beck. Green getting around Littlefield. And she's going to get the foul on Frost.
Yeah, she's a little tired. She's been playing hard on both ends of the court, but again, just a good opportunity to earn a couple of points from the stripe.
Green able to roll that one home.
Walsh back on for Centennial.
Just over midway through this second half. Green can't get that one to go. Tharp has the rebound. Good passing. Tharp underneath gets the foul on Palmer. And we'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Again, just making things happen underneath.
The guy Palmer is second. He's third. Alex Schmidt in for the Cardinals.
Alex Schmidt checking back in for Coon Rapids. Casey Beck will take a seat.
As we reach beyond the midway point of the second half, a lead greater than 35 for Centennial, so the clock running away on the Cardinals season. And another turnover.
Yeah, unfortunately that's the case, and I know the Cardinals were looking to see if they could keep this game closer, but certainly give Centennial a lot of credit. They do a really nice job of executing on offense and playing solid defense. As soon as I say that, they turn the ball over. But.
Well, and they will move on to the semifinal round and face the winner of 4 Andover and 5 Cambridge Isani. Blaine, the number 2 seed, has Duluth East, or they might have Forest Lake tonight. Duluth actually, or Blaine, just a little more than a week ago, able to get a win against the Cougars. That's the only Centennial loss against a section opponent.
Well, number 22, Emma Walsh, her second, team second.
That's second foul on Walsh, second team foul for the Cougars.
Bierman trying to get inside, draws the foul, and will go to the line to shoot 2.
Foul on number 3, Maggie Skalicki, her first, team's third.
Skalicki called for the infraction, her first.
Katie Bierman on the line for another. Jordan Metz comes back on for the Cougars.
And Jakaya Palmer going to pick up her third, battling for that rebound with KJ Tharp.
The clock is continuing to roll here. 5.5 left.
Team's fourth.
And pretty much left in the Cardinals season.
Along with Casey Beck.
Leah Graham back onto the floor for the Cardinals. Got a piece of that pass, and she forces the turnover.
Yeah, good hustle there. She disrupted the action. And
well, and Aaliyah Graham's another one, just a freshman.
yeah, no, there's a lot of youth on this team.
She's gotten some minutes throughout the season. Casey Beck able to score in the post down low. Three-pointer won't go. Rebound comes loose to Skalicki. Cross-court pass. Green nearly had the steal, then Metz had an opportunity that wouldn't go. Rebound going through everybody's hands on the floor. It eventually tied up. And the possession arrow favoring Centennial.
Nathan Peterson for the Cougars. Claire Pullman.
A couple of players coming in for Centennial off going a little longer in their bench. Here with a big lead.
Inbound goes to Tommerdahl. It's tipped away from her. Cardinals back on offense. Casey Beck for 3. That one's not going to go. Rebound grab by Caitlin Peterson. She's fouled.
They call that on Flynn?
Yes.
Yep.
35, Ashley Flynn. Her second.
Walsh to the front court. And Caitlin Green kicked it away from her.
Sophia Smith.
Cardinals will bring in a couple of players for their first minutes as well, including senior Malia Dean. Three-pointer is short for Tommerdahl. Nearly had the rebound back in the corner, but lost the handle.
Yeah, she hustled after that one, but just couldn't hang on to it.
Angelina LeClaire also in for the Cardinals, another freshman. Three-pointer for Dean wouldn't go. The rebound by Tommerdahl.
Rebound for Sienna Tummerdall.
Metz way up top, waiting for defense to come. Looked to the post for Peterson and bounced away from her. And now the Cardinals in some trouble trying to get out of their own end. Sienna Tommerdal jumped the passing lane, got the steal, and draws the foul. It will go against Angelina LeClaire.
Yeah, just good hustle that time by the Cougars defensively, just to make sure that the Cardinals didn't get the ball down court.
Megan Skolecki is on for Centennial.
Megan Skolecki onto the floor for
Sydney
Centennial.
Sears is in for the Cougars.
Skolecki up top, left side for LeClaire Pullman. Pass deflected away. Bierman controls for the Cardinals. Long down court pass, broken up, and Centennial back the other way. And a travel as Sydney Sears dragged the foot.
One minute left in this contest, Joanne.
And talking to Coach Bierman before the game, and he said it really hasn't been as tough as it might seem based on pure numbers.
Well, yeah, he's planting seeds for next year and the next couple of years on developing this program.
And he feels like they have hit a lot of the benchmarks that they set out to accomplish.
And granted,
but staying a little bit closer in the section game would have been nice.
Well, yeah, and I'm assuming that they would have liked to have just more than one victory on the season as well while they're growing this program. The Cardinals are going to call a timeout here with 18 seconds left.
Now, Coon Rapids.
And looking again based on numbers, and I mentioned it earlier, several teams they are very close in QRF. Centennial just the one loss in section play. I think they're 8-1 or 9-1 against section opponents, something in that neighborhood. But it's a team that scores about 55 and gives up about 50.
Right.
So not as dominant a number one seed as you may find in several other sections of 4A basketball. They are going to have a tough road to hoe moving forward, starting again in the semifinals against Andover or Cambridge Isani. And should they make it to the finals, and if it is Blaine, you've got to know the Bengals will be hungry for, to beat them again and show that they should have had that number one seed based on the late season victory in the head-to-head matchup.
Well,
final seconds will tick away. The Cougars will advance with a 59-27 win.
Yeah, not the game that I know the Cardinals wanted to see coming in here. They wanted to, as you mentioned, keep this score a little bit closer. But they're going to take the things they've learned over the season. It hasn't been the successful season they wanted, but they'll take the things that they learned over the year and they will move forward until next season and continue to develop their skills over the break and over the summertime.
And we talk about that a lot, how much development has to occur in the offseason for a program to really advance. And Coach Bierman talking about when they came in, about a half dozen, maybe a couple more that played off-season AAU basketball. He said now at the end of this season, they've got mid-40s for total numbers in the program, 4 healthy teams, and they've got about 30 kids who will play AAU basketball in the offseason, and that will certainly assist in the rebuild of the program.
It helps them develop the program, and that's what they want, and it also builds the opportunities for these young ladies to continue to work on their skills.
But that is going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. Again, the final score, Centennial 59, Coon Rapids 27. Want to thank everybody out there for joining us and continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including the man in charge, Joel Sipper, and my partner, Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young, saying goodnight.